This is the new iPhone 13 Pro with the ProRes upgrade that just came out, and this is a Sony A7S III, the top of the line, best of the best real estate video camera. People are out there using both of these for everyday use, for marketing material, for video walkthroughs, for super high-end professional real estate videos, you name it. So today we're gonna compare the footage, see how the dynamic range is, see how the performance is, see how the colors look, and hopefully by the end of this video we'll see which one is for who, what types of projects each one is applicable for, and yeah, let's get to shooting. All right, so to keep this a little bit more fair, I am just using one lens on the Sony, no ND filter, just my old gimbal, the camera, the lens. And so for the iPhone, we just got the Osmo Mobile 5, which extends a little bit, so you can do a little bit more creative shots, get into a little bit more interesting places with it, and obviously we've got the 3 lenses on the camera to work with. So obviously right off the bat, one of the biggest differences is the size. So this one basically weighs nothing. It's not gonna hurt your back. Anybody could carry this around. You gotta be a little bit more careful with your walking to get less of these up and down movements in your shots, but it does a really good job stabilizing it on its own as well. Biggest downsides for this one are the price. It's pretty heavy. Super expensive, obviously, a lot more manual settings to learn and get really good at before you can dive in and use it. This one you can pretty much grab and go and work on your walking and editing, and you're gonna be able to make some cool stuff with it. So yeah, just doing that one shot, this hand feels a lot more tired than this hand. This is how I'm setting my settings for every single shot on the A7S III. So I've got it at 24 frames per second. I've got it at 640, the native ISO. I've got my aperture at 2.8, and I'm working with my histogram. So for every room, I'll go in and change it accordingly to try to get as much detail as possible without it being too dark or without it being overblown. All you gotta do for this is, if you want more window view, click on a window. If you want more inside view, click inside. And if you do that, hold your finger on it, it will lock the exposure and everything before you do a shot. So that way it'll stay the same as you go. So that's it, then you get your shot. Super easy. A lot of times you can use some of the landscape elements like bushes or trees to add a foreground movement and make your camera movement a little bit more interesting. So I usually back up a bit and incorporate that into my framing. So we've been getting shots of the beach house, the beach, the island, shots of me, shots of everything that you might want to see, hopefully, if you are looking into getting one of these cameras. So I'm gonna play the footage now. Make sure to leave a comment on what do you think about A and B? Which one do you think is which? Can you really tell a difference? what type of screen you're looking at when you're watching it, because that all makes a difference. So let's watch it now. Obviously, A is the iPhone, B is the Sony, but did you think it looked good? Did you think it looked bad? Let me know in the comments. All right, so who are these cameras for, and what do I think they're applicable for, and the quality is good enough for, and all that stuff. So I think obviously the A7S III is for videographers, people who are doing this professionally, who have the budget to afford it, who it's going to make them more money and pay itself off over time. If you need a camera that is going to have good looking footage in low light situations especially, and have lots of options of frame rates and quality and proxies and easy to edit, easy to get handheld footage with, it's great. But it's definitely not for everybody. The iPhone, on the other hand, is. I think no matter who you are, if you are doing any type of content creation, an iPhone is a super, super handy tool. The fact that they just upgraded it to have ProRes is crazy. I think the footage looks significantly better than it did before. The file sizes are huge, which sucks. So you'll have to learn how to back up your footage on external hard drives and stuff. So I'll link my video for that up above the video, and you can go watch that if you want to. I've got my whole workflow for that. Easy. So if you have a business, you need to be filming behind the scenes stuff for your Instagram stories, for your social media stuff, to go live on Facebook, to go live on YouTube, to make your TikToks, whatever. You can do a lot of that with an iPhone. It's not going to be like movie quality, but honestly, it's a little bit more relatable, and sometimes people like that. I personally use my iPhone for most of my YouTube videos at some point. The quality is definitely not the same as a DSLR or mirrorless, but it does the job, and being able to get the shot and share that part of the story is better than not being able to do it. So both are great, and I think they're a great combo to use together for YouTube vlogs, for behind the scenes content, and anything. So that sums it up. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you're new, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on future content. And if you're old subscribers, thank you guys so much for the support. As always, I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.